everyone, my name is Delaina Burns and I'm with you tonight on Live with Prima. I want to share this pillow with you tonight. I've got a couple of them I'm actually making, and these are actually pre-sewn slip covers that I just picked up at Hobby Lobby, and colored them with some bloom sprays and added some of the beautiful fabric flowers from Prima and some leaves and some gorgeous trims, so all Prima. So I'm going to show you just how really fast you can make your own decorative pillows with just a very inexpensive slip cover. So first I want to start with some announcements, and be sure and tune in on December 22nd, that's this next Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Banda RosetteTrim is going to be with us, and Bona's going to share coloring and decorating ideas for making your cards extra special, especially Christmas time. So be sure and tune in. Bonus classes are always wonderful, so don't forget about that. That's the 22nd, next Tuesday. And next Thursday happens to be Christmas Eve, December 24th, so we will not be having a class that night. Can you believe it's already Christmas? So that's the announcement. So, and y'all know soon after that, it's going to be January and time for CHA and all the fabulous new products that Prima is going to be releasing. So that's exciting too. I will be at CHA and I hope to get to meet some of y'all. I'm going to be kind of wandering around, but if you're going to be there, contact me. I want to meet you. I've already connected with a couple of people, so I love to meet you when I go to CHA, so it's kind of the only time we have. So let's just move on with the pillow, and I'll tell you, this again is a inexpensive, just a slip cover from Hobby Lobby, and I've decorated it with the flowers and the trim. That's one that I did, and you can see I've used the Stencil Harlequin shape in the background with the bloom spray, so that's one. And the back's kind of just mimicked with the bloom spray stencil. So that is one. And the other one that I did is this one. And you can see I've got more trim. And it's kind of Prima's kind of wired trim. Love this trim with a few different flowers. And I've used some of the gold foil bloom spray in the background here, and I told everybody kind of before I hit record that I actually went back. I used both my gold pillows, and I went back to Hobby Lobby to pick up a couple more, and they were all sold out of the gold color. So tonight I'm going to make a teal colored one and a kind of a silver gray colored one, and just kind of show you the same techniques that I've done here, but just kind of mix up my flowers. So if you're paying attention to the actual product list that I have, it will be similar as far as trims go, but my coloring is going to change up just a little bit. And I hope you'll just kind of see how easy you can create for your home. These make beautiful gifts. The pillow forms from Hobby Lobby are the actual pillow covers, the pillow slip cover. Literally $4 a piece, $3.99 a piece for the ones that I got. So they're very inexpensive, and then just you can grab a pillow form you already have at home to recover, or pick up a pillow form. This happens to be a 20-inch pillow, so perfect sofa pillow or bed pillow. But anyway, just really quick and easy to make. So I want to go ahead and get started and show you what I've done ahead. And let me know if I'm getting too loud, because I feel like I'm going in and out away from this microphone some. You can see this is the teal color that I've done. And I used this, let me find it. I used this stencil here. And I do not have that number written down here, but it's this. I believe it's called Grid. I used this stencil here. And you can see what I did. I've used the Empress Gold, and that is number, find the number. I always have a hard time finding the number on the bloom sprays. That number is 580315. And I just sort of laid the stencil down, just kind of placed it in one corner, and just really lightly, really quickly, just sort of sprayed over the area. Didn't really worry whether there was overspray on the rest of the pillow because I kind of wanted a little bit of a messy look here. Then I just sort of lined it up, moved it over, sprayed here, just really quick. And then same thing to get this bottom area. I did also do the back. I wanted the back to have the bloom spray. And you can see I have a few drips here. Just where my bloom spray dripped just a little bit. And I like it. I just kind of like those extra little drips and splatters that I got, along with kind of that circular pattern, so that it's kind of not a perfect pattern. And I'll show you what I did. These are little zippered covers. These are so nice. Hobby Lobby has them in a couple of like price ranges. Some of them come with a little edged cording or something like that you can buy as well. I just took some bag, just some Walmart bag, and kind of stuffed it on the inside so that my spray did not seep through on this particular one. I also put like a little hard piece of chipboard in there, and that just sort of prevented it from kind of going through, and it gave me a little bit harder surface to work with. Now that's the teal colored one with the Empress gold. That's one. And then this one, you can see I did not put any barrier between because I wanted it a little more grungy, a little more seeped through. I have a plan for this pillow, and so I sprayed it. I used the Harlequin. I think that's the way you say that word with my southern accent. I just put my stencil down and sprayed, and you can see you get a little bit of extra detail on this one anyway because you have some little distressed areas. And anyway, did both sides, but you can see it's not a perfect pattern. It's very grungy, and exactly what I was going for. You can also, with the bloom sprays and things, these are not really washable. So if you would like to take your stenciling to another level, you could use the gels. You could use the 3D gloss gel, the matte gels, and actually stencil those. I would recommend that you do put the barrier between when you do that, because you don't want that like gluing that together. But you can add that on here as well. I chose not to because I wanted to keep it a little simpler for tonight's show. So our drying time was pretty fast, so I can just kind of show you how fast you can put these together. But you can take them to another level. You could even add some of the micro beads to your gels. Anything like that would just vamp these up. I did one and took it to the quilt show that we went to in Houston recently, and I don't have that one back yet. I wished I had that one to show you. I used lots of different elements on the background and just really kind of vamped it up. So you can just use your imagination and do as much mixed media on these as you like. Just kind of play with these just like you would play with a canvas or even a layout. You could actually do some photo transfers on here to get you started. The possibilities are absolutely endless. So if you like this idea, if you want to let me know, maybe we'll take it a step further and do some more projects on the actual slip covers, because they are so inexpensive and they're just so fun to work with. So what I want to show you on this one, because I used this beautiful trim, and this is the small rose trim. It is number 990459. It's the Petite RosetteTrim. What I did is just kind of cut out. It has a little mesh piece. Let me grab a pack and I'll show you if I can find it. It has a little mesh area on the side. These bags are always so loud. I do apologize. What I did is just take my scissors and I removed that entire little netting area. It takes a couple of minutes, but I didn't really want that on my project, so I removed that. And then I wanted to show you a quick way that I actually color my trim so that I don't make a huge mess. And I just pulled a piece of the larger rose trim that I already had cut, I take a baggie, and this is just a gallon baggie. You can use any baggie you have, but I drop it down in a baggie. And then I take my bloom spray. This is the deep teal. That's what I colored this trim with, and it is number 580322. And again, it's the deep teal. So what you're going to do is just kind of stick your nozzle inside the bag and spray. And you want to spray pretty generously in there. Just give it a really good spray. And you're going to have it kind of puddled up in there. And what I do is just kind of zip it up. I'll let the air out as I kind of zip it up. And then I just get all that spray from inside that bag. And see how, I guess a little, I did get a little on my hand, but not nearly what you would get otherwise. So just kind of squish that around. Hey Robbie, I see Robbie made it. I'm going to be able to look at the chat. I'm positioned a little different so I can actually see the chat. So I'm just going to kind of squish that, and you can see when I open the bag, we have color. And if you get the little white areas like I'm seeing there, which I really don't mind it kind of peeking through sometimes, just kind of drop it back down in there and kind of squish it again. You want to kind of squish that air out first, but just kind of squish it again and just mop up all of your bloom spray. And it's a way too not to waste so much bloom spray. So that is it. And if you still have your white spots, just kind of open it up and spray a little bit more down in there. Close your zipper. And just continue to manipulate that until it's totally covered and your fringe is the color that you like. So what I'm going to do is all sealed, no mess. I'm just going to kind of lay this to the side. And you can see I do have a few light places on my trim. And like I said, I kind of like a few lighter places. You could always go back if you wanted to with a little bit of the Empress gold and give it kind of a two-tone effect. That would probably be really pretty. But I just kind of like that little bit of white kind of showing through. But I'm going to wipe the little bit of mess that I made off my fingers. Like I said, these will not be washable. They're just sort of decorative pillows that you can kind of change out as you want to. Most of the products here are dry cleanable. Not real sure that the bloom sprays would dry clean real well either. So just probably just going to be kind of a decorative pillow for your home that you may be able to just pull the embellishments off of later and replace the actual pillow. But anyway, we won't think about that far down the road. You'll have a beautiful pillow for a long time. So what I want to do is just kind of line my trim up. I'm kind of doing my trim the way I kind of do my stitching sometimes. I just kind of like these up and down peaks in the shape here. So I'm going to grab my scissors. Where are my scissors? They were right here. Oh, here they are. Okay, just going to kind of cut this off right about here. I probably need a little bit sharper scissors since I'm cutting fabric, but we'll just make these work. I'm just going to kind of stagger these. Not really measuring, just kind of looking at my other pillow and what I did. So let's just continue cutting these, and I kind of want to, I think, move this one over to this side. Okay. I feel like my chair is very squeaky. I'll cut that right there. I really seriously need different scissors, but I don't have any in my reach, so that won't be working for us. I know I want to do 5 here, or actually I want to do, yeah, I think I want to do 5 here, maybe 6. Let's do one more on this outside. kind of like that. Kind of see where I'm going with that. And I'm going to use our trusty Fabri-Tac. It will work fabulous with these fabric pieces. So just going to pull the Fabri-Tac out and just kind of use where I have the trim lane. Just right up under there. Give it a nice little bit. And a little bit of this is going to hold a long way. Fabri-Tac is fabulous for fabric. It's fabulous for just about everything, but it's especially fabric friendly. So just about like that. So I think I want to maybe remove one of our little pieces there. I kind of want that a little bit smaller. Visually, I think it works better smaller. And I can measure these if you like. We've got about 9 inches by 11 inches. That's a little over 12 inches. This one is about 9.5 inches, approximately 8 inches, and that's about 7 inches. And I'm just eyeballing these to get these straight. I'm not worried about having to measure and all that fun stuff. It doesn't matter to me if they're not exactly straight. Get them as close as I can, and then I'm happy. Just continue up. So is everybody ready for Christmas? I can't believe it's almost Christmas. Both of my children are moving, and it does not seem like Christmas. We've been so busy. Okay. It's been pretty exciting with all the moving and all that fun stuff. So, and the grandbaby, should have had these grandbabies first. They are so much more fun at Christmas. I just had no idea. Okay, so we're going to leave that right about there, so you can see that's it for our trim, and you see that beautiful Empress gold in the background. So I'm going to grab a few flowers, and really haven't thought the flower situation ahead very much on this. I know I kind of want to go gold. I did use these flowers on one of the other pillows. I actually sprayed them with the Empress gold to make them darker, but I think on this one I kind of like them this color. It's flower number 562021. Pull these off. I like the teal and the gold, and you can see this really pretty kind of plum color mixed with the gold and the little beads in there. It's just so pretty. I want to go with that, and then let's see what else I have here to play with. Let me see. Okay, and I'm pretty sure I used this one as well. This is number 578091, and I believe I used that one right there. So let's go ahead. I did. Let's go ahead and grab it, and I think I'm going to spray it with a little bit of the Empress gold, just to make it a little bit darker. I kind of would like to see that darker there maybe. And I think I said that was number 578091. I don't remember. Also, I have these beautiful flowers here. I love these flowers. And I am pretty sure Prima still has these in stock for all you store owners. This is number 538224. And I actually might prefer this and not spraying this. What do you think? I should have kind of thought this through. Let's go ahead and spray this, and then we'll just see. Let me grab I think I'm going to do my same little bag trick with this flower as well, so that I don't have a mess everywhere. Shake up our gold, and I think the gold is kind of splattering when I shake it, but that's okay. I don't mind the splatter since we're working on the same project, so just give that a good little spray. It may not work so well with the flowers. I'm gonna have to stick my hand in there anyway, so kind of turn this around. And we may just add a few extra since I do have these other flowers that I really, really love. We may just add a few extras. So again, we're just going to kind of get all that bloom spray, kind of squish that up on that flower. I've not really done a flower before like this, but that kind of worked, didn't it? Okay, just make sure and since this is fabric, we can just kind of wiggle it and distribute it all around. Grab the heat tool here. Hope this is not too loud in y'all's ears. Just want to give it a quick little dry. And this is really sheer fabric, so it should dry pretty quickly. Kind of lay it there. I want to get a little bit of this off of my fingers before I move on, so I don't keep retransferring the wet color. Wipe that off. My wipes are a little too new, I think. They're very wet. So I love the bloom spray so much because they just offer so many possibilities, and Prima has made them in so many colors that you can just about change anything to the color that you want. You can see, I'm going to kind of, hello Elaine, I'm looking at the chat again. Okay, put my little heat tool out of the way. Okay, play that right about there. And I may be happier with this package here. Let's just see. I love these, and I'm pretty sure Prima still has these in stock. I don't know why, because they are fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. They are beautiful fabric, and they have like wires in them, and you can manipulate them and just make them even more fabulous. Okay, you can kind of see. These make me happy. They make me very happy. Okay, so let's just kind of see. Yeah, we may just use one. May just actually use one right there so that we still use our little beautiful flower right there. I love these colors together. I love the teal and I love the gold together. I want to just really quickly give everything a little squirt with the Empress gold just to kind of darken these up. And I don't mind if I'm getting a few splatters on my fabric. Just is totally fine, or even on my other flower here. Just want to darken that up just a little bit, kind of bring that all together. Then I'm just going to kind of dab it off with my little wipe here. I didn't really saturate it, so it's still going to be okay and dry underneath so that I can glue these down. So first I'm going to start with these two, because I'm going to kind of push these together. That one right about there. And you can see they're pretty dry on the bottom, so they're going to adhere. And if you do happen to give them a little too wet, you might want to give them a quick dry before you glue them down. That one right about there, and then let's do this one. And I didn't realize I wasn't going to have my colors until too late, and so that's why I'm kind of experimenting with these flowers. But I just kind of want you to grab what's in your stash and just kind of see what you can come up with. These are just so easy to create. And you know, I really don't think I want to use that. I'm going to save that for another project. I don't think I want to use that here. I think I'm going to grab the leaves and just keep this pretty simple. So the next thing I want to use, if I can find them. I know I have them here. I just have everything in a box here, so let me find them. Where are you at, leaves? Aha. I've got these leaves here that I want to use, and I actually had a few left over. Okay, I had a few left over, so we'll use these first. Okay, so you can kind of see this is number 539269, and these are a little bit older. Prima made these in a few colors, and these two, I believe, may still be available. So just, if you're a store, just kind of check on that, or check with your store about getting these older flowers and things, because they are just so absolutely beautiful. And you can see these just bend, and you can manipulate them so nicely. So what we're going to do is just add a little glue to the back. Lift these. I want to tuck that right in there. Just kind of have that kind of coming out right about there. And then this one is so pretty. It's kind of a mesh, kind of a sheer see-through. Love it. And they're wired so that they can be tucked in really nicely. And then you can kind of bend them in the direction that you want. Put that one right about there. This may end up being my favorite because I love the colors. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut this little bottom stem off. I know I'm not going to need that. So just going to add some glue. And these do kind of have a back and a front, so I'm just paying attention that I'm getting the front. You can kind of tell by looking at the spine what's the back or the front. Just want to kind of tuck that in right there. And that is it. That's our pillow. That is it right there. So I just want to kind of move these around just a little bit, kind of manipulate them. I want that leaf kind of pointed down. I may actually change the, yeah, let's do right about there. Okay, right about there makes me happy. So once this is good and dry, the glue is good and dry, I'm just going to take a 20-inch pillow form and unzip this, stuff that thing with my pillow form, and I have a beautiful pillow either for my sofa, my bed, as a gift. These would be really fast Christmas gifts for those last minute homemade gifts that you want to make. And it just makes something that's so personal and can be so fabulous at the same time. So that's one. So let's move on really quickly to the other one. And this one I did want a little more shabby. So my colors are, let's get the focus back. I've lost my focus. See if I can get it back. Hold on. Let me grab a piece of pattern paper. I think I have a piece of pattern paper here. Did it come back? Am I back? Yeah. Okay, I think we're back. I just had that piece of pattern paper laying there. Okay. Now, what I want to do with this one is add this trim. And this is made with, I love this trim. It's normally a cream color, and it's number 577094. It's called Oatmeal Weave, and it's also wired. It's got little wires in the sides of it. And what I have done is just stuffed this into a baggie, and I've colored it with Vintage Coal Bloom Spray, number 573799. And again, I wanted these pretty similar. So, because I wanted my designs to stay pretty much the same. So what I did is just cut myself a few pieces. And these are a little longer than I need them because I'm going to scrunch it some. So I'm just going to kind of cut myself off a few pieces here, and then we'll deal with the length that we need. Just kind of cut this up. And I loved the color of this vintage coal. It's a dark, kind of a dark gray. It's almost black, not quite black, but it's pretty close. So what I want to do is just kind of start with my middle piece, and what I've done is just kind of, since it's wired, I've just kind of scrunched it in a few areas, and you're going to see in a minute why these little scrunches are necessary. But here I have that, and it's not going to be real straight, just going to kind of stagger it down through there, and I'm going to do, and it doesn't matter which way you're doing the scrunching. This is not quite dry, so it's coming off on my hands right this minute because it's a little damp. Still, I did not heat dry that quite long enough. And the nice thing about this is if you need it a little longer, you need it a little shorter, you can just scrunch it up a little more. And it's fabric as well, so it just makes a really nice trim, and lays really well on the fabric. So you can see I'm just randomly scrunching it. No plan, just scrunching. And if, like I said, if I happen to get it too long or too short, I can manipulate my scrunching. Just like so. Okay, actually, I think I want to use this longer piece right here because I really want this to be longer, and you can manipulate that as well. Because sort of visually, I want to see this second piece here, not quite as long as my center piece, but I want it longer than my outside piece, and that kind of worked out pretty perfect. Okay, just about like that. That's what I want. Just kind of squish down your little scrunches. I have no idea about this vocabulary I'm using tonight. Hope y'all get the gist of what I'm saying. Okay, so let's get this bloom spray off my fingers a little. Trying to every once in a while see the chat. Hey Jeannie, kind of seeing people popping in. I have no idea what y'all are saying. I can never pay that close of attention. But okay, and what I've done here is I've used the Fabri-Tac, and what I've done is under my little scrunches, that's where I've added it because I want it kind of hid. So I'm just going to add it right up under my scrunches. And Fabri-Tac does dry clear, but I just didn't really want to see it because you do get a little bit of a view of it if you were to do an entire line, but kind of placed under these little scrunched areas, it's not going to be noticeable at all. So just, and it only takes just a dot. A little bit of this holds a long way, so don't worry about it not holding. It's going to hold for you just fine. And once it's dried, you can just pull the strings away. Fabri-Tac does like hot glue. You end up with all those little strings everywhere. But as soon as it's dried, you can just pull your strings and they will be gone. Here, more. Sorry, this is probably a little repetitious and y'all are like, move on, next. But I'm just hoping that you realize how simple these are to make such a kind of a unique little item. And we're always looking for that little unique item in those little stores. You can spend a lot of money on things that are done with your colors and with the detail like this. A lot more money to buy them on an item like this than to make them. And we all know as crafters, sometimes we spend a lot more trying to do handmade. But on this, I think you could actually save a little bit, because an item like this in a boutique would be very expensive. So that's wanting to pop up, so I'm just going to kind of hold that down for a second. So you can see that's it for that trim. Just simple, easy peasy way of doing that. And I want to kind of go pink with this. I wanted to use this pink because it has these dark centers. And this is number 561970. I used these flowers on one of the other pillows. Actually, no, I did not. But I used the flower that had this same kind of center. I guess that's why I'm thinking that it's the same. But anyway, these are beautiful flowers. So you can see we're going to kind of go with the same design. I don't know what time I've got. Let's check my time. Well, we've got 9:07. I'm doing good. This is not going to be a very long show tonight. Since I did do my drying and my spraying ahead, I didn't want you guys to feel like you were watching paint dry, because I was having to do so much drying. So again, we're going to just add our 2 bright pink flowers there. And I have a plan for this pillow here, so I kind of knew why I wanted these colors. So this will be a gift for somebody special. And the next thing I want to kind of add to this, and these are pretty old, but I believe Prima does still, for you store owners, have some of these in stock. 549312. These are candied gems. These are the jelly bean. And I don't know that I can use both of them. I'm not going to use this blue one, but I am going to use this pink one. So I may grab another pack. And I do want to kind of darken that gold up, so I'm going to grab some black. I'm going to grab some black chalk and just kind of darken that up just a little. You could grab your chalk edgers, you can grab your bloom spray, whatever you need to grab. Prima has it all. So I know I want to kind of add this here, about here. I like that there. And it's not going to really show that much, but I still kind of wanted an extra little bit of color there. And I just went through my stash. I literally just grabbed flowers out of my drawers that would kind of match. And I'm just going to kind of get a feel of what I was able to grab. Maybe, yeah, let's do these. These are number 578640. These were from the Cigar Box Secrets collection. Let's grab the pink one. I just want to add one little pink one there. And I do want to change out my center. I don't want that white center there. And that's something else that you can do, is kind of manipulate your projects by changing out centers. And just going to kind of clip that away. So that means I'm going to have to add a big enough center to cover up where I've snipped, because it is glued on. Prima meant for that to stay. It is glued to stay. I'm going to cut it away. And I will get a picture of these new pillows tomorrow, and I'll have these up on my blog as well. I know I only have a picture right now of the gold samples, but I'll get a photo of these too, so that you will have a picture of these. Okay, and I'm going to grab these Timeless Memories Say It in Crystal pieces, number 579401. And I think this is going to be a large enough center to cover. It is. I'm going to grab one of the darker ones. Add a little extra glue since we're adhering it to fabric. And we want to be sure it stays. So you can see, look how pretty Pretty, 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 pretty. And we're going to just kind of tuck that in right about there. Okay, what I'm going to do is get another package of these. I'm going to grab another package of these and grab the pink ones out of this one as well. And then I'll have some left for, I could have actually used these on my teal one, and I may go back and add these on the teal one. They would be really pretty now that, because they have the gold stems, they might look really pretty on the teal one. So I want to add these like right about there. Just put a little glue. Just be sure we get plenty of glue. Tuck those in right about there. And then let's glue in our little flower here. I would like it if this flower was just a little bit bigger, but we'll just make that one kind of stick out there pretty good. Manipulate our trim just a little bit. Just about like that. Then again, I want to kind of darken up this little stem just in case it shows, because we're not really doing the gold. We're doing the more the black and the silver. A little glue. And then the same thing, I want to kind of lift this up and tuck this in right about here. Just about like that. And when the glue dries good, this is still a little bit wet, still kind of slippery. When the glue dries really good, I'll go back and add a little bit more and manipulate these a little bit more, but you can kind of see where I'm going there. Okay, I think I want to, for this one, I think I do want to add a little more. Let's see what else I have. I've got, oh, let's do this. I've got these metal flowers, these metal flowers by Bear. Let's add some metal. These are number 960322. So you see, you can literally just raid your stash. Grab flowers and trinkets and metal, and my computer has gone to sleep. You just literally, let's see what we want to add here. Maybe we'll kind of just tuck these in. I said I was going to wait till that dried, but I just so need to manipulate that just a little bit. Okay, the silver color, some of these are a little bit of a pewter color. I think I want to grab the silver ones and just tuck those in. I believe I want to do 3. Let's grab 3. Kind of see if we like that. This is still bothering me. Tuck those in right, I think that right about like that. So let's add a little glue. And the Fabri-Tac will hold the metal well down to the fabric. It will be just fine. Just want these tucked in and around our cluster. And I will get these stuffed and have them for you tomorrow. Just looking for a few centers. Let's grab these. Are 576226. These are the Epiphany Satan Crystal pieces. So let's just add a little more glue to these and give our little metal flowers some centers. I just want to grab a few of the kind of the black ones and the clear ones. Just kind of tuck these in. And you can take these pillows way over the top. You could add lots more flowers and metals and trims and things. You could scatter some of the Satan crystal pieces. In fact, I think I'll do that. Just add a little extra glue and just kind of scatter these. Just scatter a few of these on your project or on your pillow. And I'm just kind of getting the little parts that have kind of oozed over the top. It just adds a little shiny texture to your pillow. And by adding the Fabri-Tac, the extra Fabri-Tac, it's going to adhere and stay where you put it. Put that one right about there. Okay, so that is about what I want to do on that one. And I will get these stuffed and get a photo of them for you up on my blog. But that is about where we're going. If I see I have a hole somewhere, I may add a few things, but if I do, I will also put that on my blog and let you know. That's Delaina's with an S .blogspot.com is my blog. So that's where I'll have these photos, and I'll link that onto the Live with Prima Facebook page as well, so that you can see those. So that is it. That is our 2 pillows. And so we've actually had 4 samples tonight, 4 different colors and variations of these same pillows. So I hope y'all enjoyed this show. And anyway, thanks everybody for coming. Sorry I can't follow along with the chat. It's just not something that I'm talented enough to do. It takes skill that I do not possess. So that is it. I will go ahead and stop record, and I'll hang around just a minute in case anybody's got a question or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Y'all don't forget to tune in for Banda on Tuesday and Thursday. There will not be a class because it'll be Christmas Eve. And y'all all have a very safe, happy, Merry Christmas. And I will see you actually in January. So I'll see you after the new year. So since I won't see you again, y'all have a very happy new year as well. And stay safe. Thanks a lot for joining me.